All right, I just wanted to do a little yapping about Assassin's Creed. So it's really hard to be an Assassin's Creed fan right now. With the release of a lot of these gameplay videos that have been coming out over the past few days, I wanted to talk about, it just made me think about the fact that, you know, as somebody who is excited for the game, but tentatively excited, like I understand that there are things that need to be fixed with it. It does look a little choppy in some ways, but overall I'm excited for it. It's hard, as a YouTuber, it's hard to really be able to express how excited you are because you constantly get hate for it, and it's a shame that you can't be excited for the game without being told that you're a shill or something like that. And I'm not crying about it. I mean, it just is what it is. It's the internet. You're gonna be if you put yourself out there, you're gonna get criticism, and you know, you just gotta thick skin, whatever. And don't get me wrong. I totally understand why people hate Ubisoft. Like it's pretty much justified. Between the dude consulting on Yasuke that's citing his own book to ripping off the other people, those people that did the thing with the flag, the changing the release date to a historically terrible time for Japan, the microtransactions and everything else that Ubisoft has done over the past like decade. Like it's freaking ridiculous. Like the amount of times that they fuck up. Like it should be studied how just almost incompetent they are at not being able to just put a game out without some kind of a controversy that they caused themselves. But the more that I've watched gameplay of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I'm talking about the ones that have come out in the past few days, my opinion is starting to change a little bit. I'm getting a bit more, I don't know if critical is the word, but I'm starting to notice stuff. Like everything I'm seeing with Now Way, still, even though the animations can be a little iffy, but really for the most part, like 95% of the time, it all looks great with the flips and the kicks and all that stuff. It all looks awesome. But whenever, really, it really comes down to when I see Yasuke fight, and it's just like, it looks so, I don't know, clunky and boring, and it's not an Assassin's Creed game. And I understand, you understand, you don't have to play as Yasuke the entire time. There are times where you're gonna have to play as him, obviously, but the majority of the time you don't have to. All that to say, it just kind of sucks. Like there's no real community to kind of rally behind to like exchange words of like, oh man, like, do you remember this? You remember this? Like, this is awesome. This looks cool. If you say anything positive about the game, you're immediately you're either a shill or they paid you or something like that. I got called a shill. Look at my subs. I've got 200, and I think I'm at 220 now. I've got 220 subs. You think them niggas is paying me? If you think they paying me, like, shit, I wish I could get a check. I still, they wouldn't do anything with me again, because I probably talk a ton of shit about Yasuke, but because I have a ton of issues with Yasuke being in the game at all. But it's just something that really sucks, as you know, because I made the video where I talked about how I'm coming back into Assassin's Creed, or trying to, because Japan is always the one that I've wanted to go to, we've all wanted to go to, and to not be able to be excited about it without people attacking you over it. And it's not even, I'm saying like attack and going at and everything, and it's like it's not a vocal minority, it's actually like the vocal majority. And if I were to like kind of express it like in tiers, let's say like tier 1 is the ones that are gonna be like, you're a shill, you're off, how can you lying, you don't like this. And then like tier 2 is like the people that are like, I don't understand why you like it, but whatever, you'll probably play it and you won't like it in the end. Tier 3 would be like somebody who is like indifferent, and it's like, they're like, I don't understand the issue with it, or maybe they're like, I kind of get it, but like, it's it's whatever, it's just a game. And then there's like tier 4, where it's like the people who like me, where I'm kind of like tier 4 and 3, more closer to 4, where I'm like excited for it, and it's like, oh man, I can't wait to play this game. I might pre-order it, but I already got burned with I was about to say Revelations. Fuck, what was the one with Basim? I see, that's what I'm talking about. I don't even fucking remember the last one. I already got burned with that one, so I ain't pre-ordering this. I'm doing a little Ubisoft Plus thingy. Anyway, but it's like tiers 1 and 2 are like 75% of the community, I guess, the online community, and the other 2 are like 25% of it. And to an extent, it kind of feels like some people are like putting extra sauce on it because just because it's Ubisoft. And granted, you can't be mad. You can't fully be mad at anybody for feeling the way they do about Ubisoft. Hell, I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. I used to be a huge Ubisoft fan, and even me, I'm like, okay, I get why people hate Ubisoft to an extent. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Not because of anything anybody said, but just shit that I'm seeing. It's just, but it makes it hard. Sometimes, it really makes it hard to have like a fellowship with other, and fellowship is probably a strong word, but you know what I mean? Like a fellowship with other people who are also excited of the game. It's like, you kind of in your head, you're like, can I just be happy to play the game? Like not everybody is, dyed in the wool, absolutely hates Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Shadow. It's wow. Like not everybody is like that. Some of us actually are excited for the game and have our reasons to be excited. Now, granted, there are definitely people out there that are on both sides of the fence where it's like they're either praising the game because they get early access, like you can say IGN. IGN has a long history of that. Like, come on now, we all know that. But then there's also the ones that are going to hate the game when they really don't have an issue. They're just doing it just because it gets views. I would say like some of the bravest people are the ones who are going to get out there and praise the game and talk about it in a positive way. And I'm not talking about like a positive way, like, there's nothing wrong with the game at all. It's perfect. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ones who will talk about it in like a modest way, like, oh, like it looks pretty cool. All right. Those are like you're like brave for doing that because you will get attacked for it. I see it in the comments, in my own personal comments. I see it in comments of other people's videos. People are getting called shills and stuff like that. You can't say anything positive about Shadows. And like I said, like with the new gameplay that's been shown, with everybody showing their preview or pre-game thing, where like everybody's talking about, I got to play for 4 hours, that type of thing. All the gameplay is not great. There's definitely some things in there, like the facial animations, even I'll say, like they do not look the best. Some of the stealth doesn't really look as good. Again, it doesn't look like Assassin's Creed. Yasuke looks boring to play as, honestly. But everything I see with Naoe is just, like, give me the controller. So I mean, I guess I'm making the video. I just wish that people could, I wish the people that don't like the game or don't want the game to succeed or whatever, I just wish that that people could be a bit less, maybe the word isn't vindictive. I wish people could be less like, like mean about it and stuff. Like, just let people enjoy what they're going to enjoy. And if it comes out and it's trash, the hope would be that if you're somebody like with me, I'm somebody who's excited for it, I'm gonna play it, and if it's trash, I will admit it. But like, the hope would be is that people can at least express whether they like it or not without getting a ton of hate. That's not really possible because now the world has a hate boner for Ubisoft, understandably so. Let's not get crazy. I understand why. I don't know, man. It's just a shame to see where Assassin's Creed what Assassin's Creed has become, and Ubisoft as a whole. To think back when I was a lot younger and Ubisoft was on top of the world, Assassin's Creed was like the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then now it's like you can't even be excited for it. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to get on here and do some yapping. I'm just getting on here yapping. I got off of work, just thinking about it all day. Just like, it'd be an interesting video to talk about. So get in the comments. Let me know what you think about Assassin's Creed Shadows. If you think that it's gonna be absolute trash, get in there. If you think that it's gonna be all right, whatever, just get in comments. Let me know what you think about it. But just try to keep it in, try to rein it in. I want, when I say that, I want people to actually talk about why you think it's going to be trash or why you think it's going to be good. Don't just go in there like, oh, God, fuck Ubisoft like that. None of that. None of that. You can, or if you want to be like that, cool, but add the fuck Ubisoft and then, you know, colon, and then also put why you think the game is going to be trash. But that's all I got for you. I just wanted to get on here and yap. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care.